Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Nikki.
And this is our 2017 Ford Transit called
Wilson. So we have a Ford Transit 2017 250, the tallest and the longest, and we love it. I'm going to show you around our van. Firstly, I'm going to tell you guys that this extension cord is here because we're staying at our friend's house, and so it's plugged in, but normally we have solar panels that's how we get our energy. We have 3 100-watt solar panels that fuel into some crappy batteries that we have right now, but we're getting 2 100 amp hour Dakota lithium batteries, which we're really excited about. If you want to see us install those batteries, keep an eye on my YouTube. Up here we have 2 lights. They're external lights. We have 2 in the back as well. This helps a lot for when dark camping nights. This little vent here is our S-bar heater, and I highly suggest you guys get an S-bar heater. It's unreal for those cold nights. You can't see them here, but under the van we have 2 15-gallon water tanks, a fresh water and a gray water, and I highly suggest putting them under the van because they're mounted under the van because we have so much more space inside for clothes. The other lights I was talking about in the back, so those 2 lights up there, so we have 4 total, and they're really awesome. We have an outdoor shower. The Gasland water heater, it works amazing, absolutely love it. And this is our shower head. Ben found and created the best way to hold our water tube thingy because there was nowhere to put it before, so it looks pretty good. And this is our garage. As you can see, it's a little bit messy right now, but there is so much space. There's space for a bicycle. There's a couple propane tanks down there as well, and there's 4 bins of clothes. I love clothes. I want all 4 bins to be mine, but 2 of them are Ben's. We keep the outside pretty boring because we want to be able to park anywhere. We do have 1 window on the other side, but for now, let's show you guys the inside of the van. Oh. I have many favorite parts of this van, but honestly, one of my favorite parts is this mirror. It's unreal. I just love it. This is another one of my favorite parts of the van. We cut a bunch of sticks into little cucumbers, and I absolutely love it. So that's pretty awesome. And this is also pretty amazing too. We put jars up here. The lids are screwed into the top so they don't fall. None of them have fell so far, so it's been pretty good. This is our fridge, and it runs 3 ways, so propane, AC, and DC. We've been running it AC and DC, and we haven't really enjoyed it at all because it's been draining our batteries. So if you're gonna buy a 3-way fridge, I would highly suggest using the method that is the best for that fridge. In other words, we need to be running this on propane, which is what we're gonna install quite soon. Make sure you do your research because I kind of wish I researched a little bit more about this fridge, or all the fridges, because it uses a lot of power. But it is really big and we do love it. Look at all that greenery. Next is my sink. I got an 18-inch by 18-inch bartender sink, and I actually love the size. It's great for washing pans, so I highly suggest that is a good size. It's not too big, not too small. And I got this faucet. It's beautiful in gold, and it has this, which is amazing. And we're gonna get a little puppy soon. I'm really excited about that, so showering him is gonna be amazing in here. I love baking and cooking, so I knew I had to have an oven, so I got the StanSport oven, and it's been amazing. We cook pizzas and all the stuff, and it's been awesome. So highly recommend that one. It's really nice to have the spices accessible anytime, anywhere. I like spices so much that I have a bunch up here too. And we have our nice little cute wall to remember how much we like each other in times that we argue. No, I'm just kidding. So this is our storage under the sink. We have a basket. Honestly, we want to redo this entire thing, but I'll show you what we have now. So we have a basket that holds some face cloths and some cleaning supplies, garbage, and just like the normal water pump. Under here we have all of our pots and pans and the magic bullet and all that kind of stuff. Just the usual under the oven stuff. So we installed our S-bar after the entire build, so it was kind of tricky finding somewhere to put it. So we put it under this seat. It used to be my shoe cupboard, and now I don't have a shoe cupboard, and I'm really upset about that. So up here we have a bunch of our light switches. We have our battery monitoring system and our inverter switch. It's really great to have them above the door here, easily accessible. We love our battery monitor system so much because it tells us how much solar is coming in, how much energy we're using, and how our water tanks are, and if we need to get some more water. It's been a blessing. So we got lots happening over here. So down here we have our S-bar switch. our carbon monoxide detector, a couple USB ports, and our 120 volt plugs. So if you want to get into any of these, you gotta use this guy so the drawers aren't like flying open everywhere. So this is how we open it. This is the cutlery drawer, super useful. Got another little cutlery drawer here too. And my favorite part of the van, the toilet. We do have the Nature Head toilet, and I understand it is kind of expensive, but it's my favorite part of the van because in times of need, it has saved us so many times. It's really easy to clean, and it doesn't smell like anything. So it's definitely the toilet that you need to buy. The last cool thing about this space is the desk. I got 27-inch sliders so that I could have 2 people here. I actually built this van when I was single, but I knew that I wanted a boyfriend, so I had to make the table long enough for 2 people. We've got one more door here, and we've organized it quite nicely. Just a bunch of random stuff, some towels, some electronics.
So now I'm going to tell you about some of the most important places in this van. The bed, very important, got to have some good sleep. But our bed is a queen. We have a queen bed, very comfy. It's like a big, beautiful cloud, but a little bit too big. So we're probably going to cut it in a little bit. We may even drop the height because I don't really fit super well. But beautiful bed, really, really comfy. So up here, we have our cupboards. This is all of Nikki's clothes. This is much cleaner than it usually is. This is beautiful. She's done a great job. Really, really beautiful how she's stacked it all just for this video.
Excuse me. I stack it really nice all the time.
My cupboard, not stacked as well. Most of the stuff is just shoved in. I seem to dress a little bit like a cartoon character, and I wear the same thing every day because it's easier. So up here, we have a couple of these little sections that open up. These are our like socks and underwear drawer. We got 3 of those. Nikki obviously has 2 because it's her van. So we have 2 more cupboards up here. This one, pretty boring. We're not going to go through this very much because it's a bathroom cupboard. It's where your toothbrush and all that kind of stuff lives. You guys know what that's got in it. Pretty similar here. This is our pantry, our like kitchen dry goods. All the beans. Got to have some beans when you live in a van because that is easy to cook, easy to manage, delicious as well. Obviously some chocolate, but that's just our storage. Last but not least at all, one of the most important cupboards is our coffee cupboard, tea cupboard, cups, plates. Everything good in the world lives up here. So that's all that cupboard is. A couple of baskets in there as well to keep it organized. And what is behind this door, you might be wondering? Kidding, I'm not going to show you. It's an absolute mess. That's what happens when you live in a van. Sometimes the things that go in your house go up the front when you're not using that space. But we have this really awesome divider door, which has been very, very handy. Whether you're parking somewhere urban or not, it's really nice to separate the front from the back because it really helps keep the van looking a little bit more stealthy from the outside as well. So in the van, we have a couple of lights. We've got some running down the center here and then these ones on the side. These ones change colors and not because we want to have a sweet rave in here, but it's really nice to have some like warmer orangey red lights at nighttime because that way your eyes don't want to stay awake. It's really good for going to bed. Our fan up here, we have a fantastic fan, which I don't recommend. It's not fantastic at all. We're going to probably replace this one with a Max Air fan because they're quieter and a little bit better performance. But for the most part, this one's been okay. It's done the job. We have a couple of extra lights. We have 3 just here in our kitchen, which is really nice just to be able to use maybe in the morning when Nikki's still in bed and I'm trying to make coffee and it's not too bright, but I need to be able to see. So it's handy to have separate lights on separate switches. So that's a really important thing to remember when you're building your van. The last little thing that's really nice about this van is the window. It's really good to have some extra light coming in, a little fly screen so the bugs don't get in, but extra light is a must. Plus, that way if you park somewhere nice, you can enjoy it while you're there.
Thanks so much for checking out our van. I hope you love it just as much as we do. If you want to check out my Instagram, I'm at Nikki Bigger, and my YouTube is Nikki Bigger as well.
And then mine is Ben War for YouTube and Instagram.
Bye!
I hope you enjoyed that content. If you hadn't noticed, we do have an ebook that we sell, and the link is just in the description. It contains 160 pages crammed full of practical advice, walkthrough information, electronic schematics and part lists, which will make your job a lot easier for doing a van conversion, and it will save you time and money. Also, we've created special videos for the ebook which enable you to see walkthroughs for how to do loads of things in a van conversion. So that's for water systems, for electrics, for how to do simple woodwork joints that anyone can do. And I really believe that anyone, regardless of their experience, can make a half decent van conversion. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you watching our content, and we put a lot of effort to make it interesting, informative, and find those cool projects to feature on our channel. Consider subscribing, leave a comment, and we'll see you next week.